Hey there, boys and girls. It's Ralph Garman, and you're listening to Talking Codswallop. Good choice.
Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. You might know me from the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast and the I Sell Comics podcast. Listen, I love podcasting. I love talking, but what I really love doing is talking Codswallop.
Hey, I'm Alicia Witt.
I'm Daniel Portman from Game of Thrones. I play Podrick Payne.
I'm Ellipses, and you're listening to the Talking... Okay, I'm Mark Bernard, and you're listening to the Talking Codswallop podcast.
Hey man, it's Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, whose voice you were never used to hearing in the 90s until I started opening it up, man. And that's because I'm a podcaster and you're listening to a podcast, Talking Codswallop, right here, man.
Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
I'm James.
I'm a rather snotty and full of cold Gemma, unfortunately, this week. But, you know, I'm here, so yay, everyone.
Yes, the show must go on.
The show must go on. It hasn't for the last 3 weeks, because I've been ill with this cold for about 3 weeks now. But, yes, we are recording, thank goodness.
We are. We are. We're trying our best. If it's a loud thud, it's going to be one of us falling over, but you, Salty Tadpoles, are going to have to guess which one.
It'll be the one that's not talking. Yeah, because, James, you're really tired as usual as well, aren't you?
Constantly. I mean, I'm slightly better today than I have been throughout most of the week, but yeah, I'm generally just tired and worn down. So.
Oh, bless you. That's horrible, though, isn't it?
No, it is. It's right. I mean, like this morning, I was going to try and have a lie-in, but to be fair, I was up at 7 o'clock. I couldn't really go back to sleep, so I just got up. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's that thing when you wake up and you don't actually feel like you've slept, which is pretty much every day for me. So, such is. It is what it is.
Oh, well, hopefully this recording of this episode will brighten you up, and then we can go on and, you know, venture out of the house and go for a walk or something fun.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That is all part of the plan. So you're feeling a bit like cold-wise crappy.
Yeah.
Other than that, how are things with you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yeah, nothing really has happened. Luckily, I've still got my codswallops left from our recording that we did with Jamie and Tom. So I've got codswallop this week. Good. But yeah, because I haven't really ventured out that much over the last sort of 3 weeks because I'm feeling quite rough. So yeah, firstly, it's not coronavirus. I did go and get a test just to make sure, but it isn't, so that's good. I've been confirmed that on Wednesday I'm having the coronavirus jab.
Brilliant. That's good.
Yeah, as Ben pointed out on my Facebook status, that maybe I should say that I'm having the vaccine rather than having, you know, coronavirus injected in me like I put in the
yeah,
in the post.
That does sound a tad scary. Describe it that way.
Yeah, I definitely don't want it. So, but it is all booked in for Wednesday. So, by the time you hear this, Salty Tadpoles, then you know I will have had my first edition. So we shall see.
Excellent.
I'll let you know on a future recording if I grow an extra tail. So.
Or your arm drops off.
Or my arm drops off, yeah. I just like the fact that you skirted over the fact that, you know, I said extra tail, not one.
It's all right. It doesn't surprise me. You know, I believe that to be true, that you have got a tail. So, you know, it's part of the ginge thing.
It is because I have no soul. I didn't feel like I had a soul the last couple of weeks, I tell you.
Oh, dear.
But otherwise, how have you been?
Not too bad. As I said, it's the tiredness, but that's not really anything unexpected. The weather's been a bit hit and miss because it's just incredibly cold at the moment. So, you know, we've had snow here and there. but there's still smatterings of it around because it just is not going because it's that cold. It can't sort of melt fully. So we've been on like -2, -4 in the morning. It's been pretty cold. So
Yeah.
I'll be happy when it's warmed up a bit, whenever that will happen. So.
Yeah, hopefully spring is on its way. So, yeah, because to be honest, we haven't had the snow, but we've had this horrendous, bitter, ice cold wind.
Yep.
And it's, oh my God, it's absolutely horrendous. We've been in the -1s as well. And it's, yeah, I like snow, but I don't like this cold, windy shit. That's good.
No, I can agree.
Yeah.
It was because we had the horrendous winds yesterday. It was when I was walking to work. By God, it was, you could really feel it.
Yeah.
Really feel it. So, but hey, hopefully it'll warm up soon.
Yes.
We can but hope.
Yes, indeed.
Suppose it'll get warmer tomorrow. So.
Well, we'll see, hey?
Mm-hmm. Or feel.
Yeah, warm in time for Valentine's Day. We should call it Single Appreciation Day, shouldn't we? For those of us who are single. There you go.
I also call it the pillage your bank account if you're in a relationship day. So,
Good point.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Yeah, exactly. My phone's going off.
I hear ringing.
Yeah,
I hear ringing.
That's my Valentine calling. I mean, who is he? Nobody knows.
It's your bank manager calling saying, good news.
Yeah. Oh, can't believe that tomorrow, because obviously, well, now I've kind of let it out the bag, but we're recording on a Saturday, that tomorrow it would have been a year since Chris gave me my gorgeous boyfriend card to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Interesting way of doing things.
there was a lot of clues in the very beginning.
Yeah.
I, of course, joke as well because, me and Chris, like I've said before, me and Chris are getting on very well. So we're getting on as
Good.
friends, so that's good.
Good.
I'm still going to take the piss out of him and I'm still going to tease him. It's not going to end. So,
Yeah. That doesn't actually surprise me that you've said that. So,
yeah, there you go. See, keeps it real.
gotta do. Gotta do.
Well, we've got quite a lot of shows ahead of us today.
We do.
Yeah.
Let's power through.
Yeah, indeed. People are going to wonder how we've managed to capture so much show into an hour's recording. It's because we're so amazing. So,
Damn right.
let's start the show as we mean to go on then, James. Have you got any codswallop this week?
Just the crappy weather. Just the crappy weather for me. And the tiredness. So, yeah. But nothing too bad, to be honest. Nothing's really got my goat, I'm afraid. I've been staying reasonably chipper, I think. So, yeah.
That's really crap for the podcast.
I know it is crap. I know. So, but I'm pretty sure you'll be pissed off, so I'm going to hand over to you.
I've just got to find mine a minute, so...
Okay.
Oh, no. My codswallop this week is I might have deleted it.
Ooh, that's not a bad codswallop, though.
Well, I remember two of them at least anyway, so... Okay, so one of them was I went to... This was on 2 separate days. Went to McDonald's and went through the drive-thru and everything. And it's the typical saying that when you go through the drive-thru, they screw you over. So I really fancied a milkshake. You know how thick their milkshakes are. And they're really lovely, but very, very thick. So drove off and went to, park up and whatnot, but it's parked up further away from McDonald's. So, I didn't want to sort of stay in the area. And went rooted through the bag. No straw. No bastard straw, James.
I mean, to be fair, straws are now so completely crap because they're like made out of paper. Because this pathetic save the environment woke generation won't allow us to have plastic straws anymore. You might have actually dodged a bullet.
Well, I kind of agree with the paper straws in some ways, so I'm not completely on board with the woke, environmentally friendly people, but, I do also see that there is a purpose for less plastic and stuff like that. But yeah, with regards to the paper straws, you know, they do need, definitely McDonald's need to improve on theirs because they just go floppy as anything. But trying to drink a really, really cold, thick milkshake without a straw is very, very difficult, I found.
I can believe that, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I was parked up, so I obviously took the lid off and started drinking it, and I kept getting brain freeze. Oh, it was horrible. It was like the worst experience ever, James.
Not fun.
No.
Been there, done that, not fun.
You know, then I had like a chocolate mustache because it was chocolate milkshake. Yeah, it was not good, James.
Not good at all.
No.
Not good. Not impressive.
No, indeed. Does not impress me much. Oh dear. Thanks for laughing.
It's all right.
And then my other one was I was reversing out of a car parking space, and I'd obviously done my checks before I reversed. I checked to see if anything else was moving before I, you know, obviously like human or another car or whatever. And as I was near enough out of the space, this other car starts reversing and nearly smashes into the side of my car.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's really not good.
It wasn't. No. And unfortunately, it was a female driver as well. So it was like, you know, one of those typical female drivers that make us look bad.
I said nothing.
You didn't. No, I'm allowed to say it though, because it makes us look bad when the female drivers are stupid. Because there's a lot of us out there that are very, very good like I am. And there's other people that I know that are very, very good as well. And it's like, you know, then you've got the stupid bloody female drivers that are awful and they make us all look bad. So. And
did she apologise?
No, I think she just kind of was in shock, to be honest. And I just looked at her, like glared at her, and she was like, she had one of those faces.
Right. What age was this person?
Younger, so probably early 20s.
Right. So probably not really up to the task of driving yet. Dear me. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. You do see some true... I mean, I always try my best. I'll probably not crash into something, but I always try my best to be as careful as I can when reversing in and out or going into a car parking space. So,
yeah.
Yeah. But the problem you get is a lot of the time, were you in a supermarket car park or anything?
I'm trying to think where I was now, because I remember the incident, but no, it was an open plan car park. So it's like a little, like an industrial estate type place. It's not an industrial estate, sorry, but it's an industrial, I'm trying to think what they, basically it's like a little group of place where it's got loads of different little shops and stuff.
Yeah, because the problem you get a lot of places like that and, shopping places, people are just not focused on the task in hand. They're thinking about what they're going to buy or they're thinking about what they're going to take home that they bought. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mental.
Which is very, very annoying. Yes, that's not good. But I have also got a new codswallop as well, so I'm going to add that to the list as well.
Okay.
Which is for our Pokemon friends out there. So our Pokemon Go players out there, they'll understand my pain. I will send you a picture so that you can see what I'm talking about. But there is this Pokemon which is called Milk Tank, I think, or Mill Tank or something like that. But anyway, I call it the cow because it is a cow. I've been searching for the last couple of weeks for this specific cow because it can be shiny. So basically its normal colour is pink, but if it's a shiny Pokemon, which is just like you find them rare in the, when you go out in the world, they're all dotted around sort of thing. And if you get a shiny version, it's blue. So I've been hunting for this blue one because it looks really pretty and I like it, James.
Okay.
I still haven't got one, James, and I am sick to death of the elusive blue cow now, and I really want him, and Pokemon won't let me.
I'm going to be honest, you're totally out of my wheelhouse on this one.
Okay.
You could be speaking a foreign language to me.
Okay.
I feel your pain, though.
It's like, when you've been hunting for something that you've been looking for ages and you just never find it. It's like, no.
What? You mean like happiness?
Yeah. In your case, that is basically my blue elusive cow is your happiness. So yeah. So there you go. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm still looking. I'm still searching. And I will get that fucking cow.
All you can do is power through and hope that you will indeed find it at some point, and all will be well.
Well, I know at least there are a few people that listen to the show that are actually Pokemon Go players as well. So I'm almost certain that they'll be feeling my pain, or at least understand my pain of trying to find it. So, somebody out there will understand. I know definitely Tim, our Codswallop Popper, he will understand because he's a Pokemon Go player. So, and Lucy as well. So, yeah.
Have at it and help her out, guys, because, Salty Tadpoles, you'll never hear the end of this.
Yeah, you know. James, I think you should start playing because the amount of walking that you do, you'll be able to evolve your Pokemon within, 2 days.
I'll have a think about it. I mean, I honestly don't understand any of it, but I could always have a look into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you got a friend who can't explain it all to you,
That's true. That's true. I'm going to be honest, my instinct, as soon as you discussed it, to say, not a cat in hell's chance, but I will have a think about it. It's still probably going to be not a cat in hell's chance, but,
Well, maybe we'll convert you. Maybe we will. Because, I nagged you enough to get you onto Twitter, and look where you are now with Twitter,
That's true. I can use it to complain to organisations that have shafted me.
Exactly. And the amount of celebrities that you've talked to and you booked interviews through and stuff. So
true. So really what you're telling me is for people who are involved, who I contact, Twitter's awful for them.
Yes. For them, yes.
But for me, it's great. So yeah.
Right, so we've got our Codswallops out the way. Oh, I know, there was one more thing, sorry, that I was going to actually mention, that, it was related to the wind.
Excellent.
So we've obviously, like I said earlier, had the really cold, icy wind, but it's almost been like a 40 to 50 mile an hour wind. So it's frog in my throat. So it's really, really strong winds. My neighbour across the road put out glass bottles.
I think I can see where this is going.
Yeah. Within 5 minutes of him putting out the glass bottles, they all fell down the step and splashed.
Now, I'm going to assume he wasn't just putting bottles out for the hell of it. They did have a purpose behind this.
Yeah.
Was it recycling day?
No, I think it was milk bottles.
Right, yeah.
But that was actually going to be a question for me as well, because probably because I'm asleep, but I don't even think about the milkman anymore. Is that still a thing?
The poor milkman. Yeah, I do. A lot more people I've gathered have started using the milkman than previously because the environmental aspect of getting, glass bottles instead of plastic. So yeah, I occasionally, I don't use a milkman, but I occasionally get woken up by the milkman at about 5 o'clock in the morning when he's delivering his milk. So yeah. And he's on his rounds. So yeah, it does still happen. And there's been a big push for more people to do it, as part of the environmental push.
Ah, okay. Because that kind of, because that was one of the questions that all popped into my head when I was hearing them smash. But, because, we've not used a milkman for years. I'm talking I don't know, 15, 20 years, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just pop to Tesco's, don't you, and get some milk, or local supermarket or whatever.
Other providers, yeah.
yeah, exactly. But no, it did just seem very crazy that on the windiest of days that he put out his milk bottles, and it's like, are you thick?
It's what I commonly call sod's law, basically.
No, I don't think with that one it is sod's law. I think with that one it's more
Who knows? It could just be the fact that he had to get the milks out, and so, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally understand the annoyance of having, glass everywhere. Not good.
No.
Not good at all.
No, not at all. So, yeah, so I don't know if it ever got cleared up. I assume he went out and cleared it, or it just blew into the garden. One of the two. But whatever.
Well, I was thinking, if you're pissed off by it, imagine how pissed off he must have been.
Well, to be honest, it was only because I was outside that I heard it smash. So he probably didn't even realise that it smashed until the...
until later on when he went out, oh, why?
Without any shoes and socks on, and he's got glass in his foot now.
I would hope not. I would really hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too, because he is an elderly man, so I don't want any harm to come to him or anything like that.
So we've established milkmen do still exist. This is a thing.
Yeah. Oh, I just found my other codswallop as well. But actually, no, I'm gonna ignore that one. But actually, there is one weird thought that I put on the Facebook page in the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure if you saw. I got a lot of feedback from it, mainly telling me that I was weirdo, but that's okay. My weird thought of that week was, when I wash my hands, or do the washing up or whatever, I always, every single time, need a wee. Unless, of course, I've just been to the toilet and I'm washing my hands afterwards. But I just wondered, James, is that ever anything that you've experienced?
No, you're weird. I'm afraid. I've never heard anybody ever say that one before.
No.
It's a totally new one on me.
But then... maybe people haven't said it before because they're polite, unlike me. But maybe it's happened
Possible.
to people. Yeah. So, Salty Tadpoles out there, if you are one of the people and you're not on our Facebook group, which you should become part of because it's really blooming at the moment. So, yeah, for one of the reasons which we'll talk about in a minute. If you are one of the, I'd say, victims like I am, that when you do the washing up or or you go to wash your hands and then you're like, oh shit, now I need a wee. Then you have to wash your hands all over again. It's, please reach out to me and let me know that I am not alone.
It's a tough world. It
is. I think it must be like a psychological thing, because when I was a kid, to try and get out of the washing up, I used to always say, oh no, I need a wee. So I wonder if my brain's been programmed to think that I need the toilet every time I wash my hands now.
That is interesting. You've reprogrammed your brain.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to be really honest. I think you could be onto something.
Yep, there you go. See, I got psychological problems, James. You laughed at me.
Well, yeah. I've got to tread lightly on this one. I'm saying nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So Salty Tadpoles, chime in. Psychological profiling problem for herself that she's created, or just one of them strange things? What do you think?
Yeah. Please let me know. Please.
Yeah, to let her rest easy at night. Help her.
Yes, thank you. Should we get on to our big news? That we have a big announcement for this episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Right, so shall I do the announcement or did you want to do it?
Nope, I'll let you do the announcement.
So our big announcement this week, James, is that both me and James still very much, like each other and everything, but we felt as though we needed a new person. So instead of getting a new person, we got 3 new people.
Hey, go big or go home.
One of which you've already heard, which is the lovely Joanne will be joining James to do the Surly Lloyd Codswallop episodes, which have been very good over the last couple of weeks. I mean, they're all good anyway, but, they've been really good the last couple of weeks. especially the Catwoman one, because I like the fact that you did a one that you didn't like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. God, that was hard going.
Yeah, I think sometimes, personally speaking, when I'm listening to a review show, if like the people are really passionate about it and they really like it, I'm like, oh, it's not quite as fun as when, you know, like people are like, I fucking hate this film. So Joanne's going to become a permanent member of the Celluloid Codswallop team.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also, obviously, there's going to be crossover podcasts and stuff like that as well. So she's not just segregated to that one area. So she can venture in. Yeah. Who's our other member that we're going to be introducing then, James?
Yes, our other member who's going to be joining us in relation to Celluloid Codswallop is Gabrielle, who is a friend of both Joanne and myself, and she is somebody who is heavily involved with the cosplay sort of sector. She does work in relation to conventions that I've been at myself in the past, and actually was lucky enough to meet her at one of those at the same time I met Joanne. But I don't want to give too much away, because we're going to be introducing her in a future episode and learn all about the wonderful things she's done and is currently still doing. But it's going to be really interesting to see how all three of us interact on the Celluloid Codswallop, and how, the other things we're going to get involved with. But suffice to say, I am going to still be doing stuff with Gemma, so it's all still one big thing, but we've just allowed the family to grow.
Yep.
But it gets even more interesting, Salty Tadpoles, because we've got one other person.
Yeah.
2 was not enough. We've got one other person joining us. So at that point, I'm gonna pass the baton, as was passed to me, back to Gemma. So who's our third member?
Well, he made a public announcement a couple of weeks back on another podcasting stream that was going on at the time. So it is my pleasure to be informing you that the wonderful and amazing Graham Arnold will be joining the team as well. He will be joining a little bit further into the future because he needs to move house and get himself settled first. But yes, it is very exciting to know that he will be joining us as well, along with the other 2 ladies as well. I think probably, again, go back to the Facebook page, that people have probably kind of noticed that the 3 of them have been interacting on there a lot. So they've already introduced themselves, which is amazing.
It is.
As James said, we will be recording an episode for next week, which is going to have Joanne and Gabrielle on there as well, to kind of introduce them.
Yeah.
But yes, it is all very exciting times at the moment.
It is.
Yeah. It's our it's my 4th year, and it's coming into your 3rd year.
Ooh.
Yep.
Time flies.
I know. I looked it up the other day. Yeah. In September, you have been doing this with me for 3 years, so...
Wow.
Pretty
brilliant.
Amazing.
That is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Time flies when you're having fun, eh, James?
Damn right it does. Damn right it does. Yeah, I wouldn't have even realised it had been that long. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So maybe we could have like a little celebration party.
Yeah, it'll be a Zoom-based party or something like that. Other platforms are available because obviously can't be around anybody.
And also, James can't use Zoom, so it's probably not going to be Zoom.
Yeah, how? I just to shed some light on that one, and I still cannot get my head around this because I've had Zoom to work perfectly before, but when we tried it for the crossover episode, it was most straight. It was just would not work, and we had. I think I got maybe like a 10-second burst of sound, but I could see everybody, but I just couldn't communicate with anybody. It was odd. It was. There's no logical reason why, but. Who knows? I might have to reinstall and install stuff, and God only knows. But we pulled it off. That's the main thing.
We did.
And you got to see us all doing the weird stuff with what I assumed when Gemma had sent me them was some sort of weird sex toy, but was in fact, get some sort of weird board game for keeping your mouth open while you're trying to pronounce words.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone got to see my massive overbite and gap in my teeth. I hate my British teeth. But no.
Hey, they'd see my teeth too. So, we were all in the same boat.
But yeah. Well, people in the video could only just about see your teeth.
That I managed to chop off half my head, yeah.
Yeah. Because we were all using computers or laptops or whatever, and James was using his phone. So unfortunately, that's why if you watched the video and you wondered why Jamie didn't cut his head off for no reason.
Well, as my manager tells me when stuff goes wrong for IT, it's basically because it hates me. So, IT hates me.
I think that's fair enough.
Yes, I think there is truth to that, unfortunately.
Well, I think there's truth to that with me as well. So, it doesn't matter, though, at the end of the day, does it?
Very true, it doesn't. It's, it doesn't really matter in the great scheme of things. If we can get it to work, we can get it to work. That's the main thing.
Exactly. So, and there's always a way around things. So it's always brilliant. Right. So yeah, let's go on to the audience participation, or like we like to call them, the Salty Tadpole Interaction, the STI section of the show.
Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, STIs, messy. Anyway, carry on. Hey, my telephone's going now, but I'm not going to answer it. I'll let it ring out and go to the answering machine.
That's your Valentine. So I asked the question this week. First of all, it starts with, if this goes to plan, we are thinking of bringing this into the podcast as a new segment. But on reflection, we've had so many responses that we already need about 16 shuttle pods to take people to the moon.
Ooh.
So I think this might be a one-off, but it's still amazing because we've had so many responses. So which celebrity would you like to send to the moon on a one-way ticket so you never have to hear from them again, and the reason why? And I've put multiple answers are allowed. And then obviously I said when we were recording and whatnot. So, and the hashtag is fly them to the moon and let them play amongst the stars.
Yes, Frank would be proud.
Give them no oxygen so they all pass out and die. For some of the people that are being sent anyway. So, James, let's start with you. Who would you like to fly them to the moon?
There's a list, but one very specific person popped up for me, Lily Allen. I find her deeply annoying. I do like little bits for music, but I just find her annoying, hypocritical, pain in the backside, oxygen thief who's also desperate to basically just jump on media bandwagons. And I love the fact that she'll say one thing and then sort of do the polar opposite. And she just annoys the hell out of me. So please send her up to the moon.
Fair enough. She's on her way. Who else was on the list then?
That was sort of the main big one I'd thought of, and I'll hold on to some others possibly for future events, I think, for future people I can discuss. They could even become a codswallop for me. But I'm intrigued, Gemma, who have you got?
Wow. I'm very, very pleased. In fact, nobody else has picked mine, so I'm very, very happy about that. The first person that has always been on my list, because this has been an ongoing thought in my brain of who I'd like to send to the moon. It's not a new idea. It's been an ongoing thing. So my person is Chris Martin from Coldplay. Send that fucker up to the moon right now. And then we'd obviously have to send his uncoupled wife, Gwyneth Paltrow.
With goop.
With goop, yeah. With an egg up her foof. Yeah, those are the two main people that I'd like to send up. I mean, there are other people that are sort of like I've thought about, but those are a definite two that I'm gonna send up to the moon. One-way ticket, and then they can never be seen again. Oh, actually, sorry, one more, which is oh shit, I've forgotten her name now. Oh, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swiftler.
Yes, indeed. And that was the only reason I managed to remember what her name was. She can definitely go up to the moon as well. Should we see what our lovely salty tadpoles like to say?
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared to hear, but let's run with it. Who have we got?
Okay, so we have got Bats and Balls podcast, Kim Kardashian. Could stretch it to the rest of them too, because they contribute nothing of value to society. So you'll probably hear the Kardashians mentioned a couple of times. But that's okay.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's okay. That's acceptable. So Stephen Greening says Joss Whedon. I think we can all know the reason why that one is lately.
Yeah, I mean, I just found Joss Whedon annoying anyway, so yeah.
Yes, there's been quite a few allegations coming out about him, hasn't there? So the What Does It Matter podcast. This sounds incredible, and I'm blank. Which is really rare for Sean, who is the creator of that podcast, because he normally has a lot of opinions like this, so he must have really struggled with that one. Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique. So many great choices so far, but I don't think you have J.K. Rowling yet. So that bitch, she's written.
Yeah. I mean, I go after, also just for something she did very early on. She created Harry Potter, and I hate Harry Potter. The other stuff is bad enough. The other stuff is even worse, but Harry Potter puts her high above everything for me. I bloody hate Harry Potter.
In that case, then we'll send Daniel Radcliffe up as well, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike him. I just hate Harry Potter.
Well, I dislike Daniel Radcliffe, so maybe I should send him up there. Do you know the reason why is because my first boyfriend looked like Harry Potter, so like Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay. No, I can dig that. I can see that, yeah.
I don't think I ever got over it, so. Assorted Goods podcast said, Elon Musk, I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but we'd all be happier. So, sorry, these ones are all from Twitter so far, so we've got them from all sides, so we'll go through them all. Brandon Feltner, Kanye West, because he's Kanye West. So J-Ray, he said Mel Gibson, first of all, and then he said, it also goes without saying that James's hairstylist is getting a one-way ticket to the moon for their crimes against humanity.
Yeah, go and bleep yourself. But if that makes them happy, they can send my hairstylist up.
I love the fact that you've got a hairstylist. So, Tellyhell, I think I've said that right. They have said Donald Trump because he's Donald Trump. And then he also responded with, oh, you were actually looking for actually famous people. My mistake. In that case, Kanye West. So, said the thing.
Not feeling a lot of love for Kanye West right now.
No. We should keep a tally on how many people have voted, shouldn't we? So, Salty Tadpoles, you can do that for us. Stephen Greening piped in again and said, all of the Kardashians, Cardi B, Kanye West, basically anyone who is pointless. So, Colin Maggs says, I'm going to stay away from the obvious as plenty of people will say them. So I'm going to go with Piers Morgan, Katie Hopkins, James Corden, and, this one really pains me, Ryan Reynolds. He's just too nice and too good looking. He makes the rest of us look bad, laugh out loud.
Harsh, but, you know, I can see where this person's coming from.
So I responded saying, I'm not sure I can physically send Ryan Reynolds to the moon, but this is your choice, and I am a good podcast host, and I will read his name. I agree with everyone else. And he put, I'm just thinking of all of the men. I don't know why he's got a funny voice, but I'm just thinking of all of the men out there who get that nervous feeling every time he's on screen. He's not going for punishment. He's just going for a long visit. Laugh out loud. Okay, well, we can give him oxygen then. Perfect. I may give him a kiss before he goes as well. He's also written as well about your previous episode. Laugh out loud. P.S. I'm loving the latest episode of reviewing the Halle Berry Catwoman film. Poor James. How did Joanne manage to get him to watch that flaming turd? Well done, sir, for sitting through it to the end. A true professional. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah, it was tough. You know, you've got to do these things, though, but Oh, dear God. Anyway, carry on. Actually, what I could do with all these people going up to spaces, we'll stick a copy of Catwoman for each of them to take with them as punishment to watch.
Ooh, yes. Maybe next week's could be, what film should we fly to the moon?
Yeah.
Okay, so we keep him with the flying to the moon thing. And then Garrett talks to himself. He has said, can we send the whole Kardashian clan? So it looks like definitely the Kardashians are going up.
There's no love there. Yep.
No. So we're going to go over to Instagram now.
Ooh.
We've actually had some responses on Instagram, which is always shocking to me because nobody ever seems to respond on there, but we always appreciate it when they do. So thank you very much. And I've got some exciting news as well that Joanne's going to be looking after Instagram for us very soon as well.
Brilliant.
Which means I don't have to do it anymore. Yay! Okay, so we have got a response from the lovely hedge scout herself, which is Joanne. I would have to send Gina Carano.
Oh, Gina Carano, what the hell is she? The lady who has just destroyed her entire career and been kicked out of Star Wars.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So how do you say her surname? Carano?
I think it's Caro. Even I can't say it. Is it Gina Carorona or something?
Carorona.
You know who you are.
Okay, well, that lady anyway. So, but she's already sent herself to Coventry. So.
Yeah, totally. An express elevator to hell, as they say.
Yes, exactly. So Tracy B 1985 has said, does Nigel Farage count? I think we all know the reason why this year.
He's not really a celebrity, but yeah, I guess so.
Well, I kind of, the same with like Donald Trump and things like that, isn't it? So, it's kind of like public.
Yeah. Donald was a pseudo-celebrity before he became president, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, we can sort of say anyone in the public eye is a celebrity.
Yes.
And that's, yeah. Because we're talking Codswallop, so, we talk a load of bollocks, so it's fine.
Fair point.
Owen from the Pirate Cats has written, can you send me? I'm not a celebrity, but I'd love to live on the moon. I'd change my name to Mr. Spoon.
Hey, Owen, if you want now what I find interesting is none of us have suggested there'd be optional stuff, so, Owen, it'll be over pretty quickly.
Well, I did respond with, we can, but you'll have to put up with with all of the shit public eye folks we are sending. Still want to go? If yes, we'll send some oxygen with you.
Yeah.
He never replied, he just liked it, so I'm assuming that he is still fine with it. Right, the big Timmy Dawson, 87. The first thing to pop into my head was Snow Patrol. For some reason. Failing that, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of suggestions on Instagram would get my vote.
Yep, I can agree. Send Bruce Willis up.
Yep. And he also put, I forgot the why. Right, Snow Patrol, because that Chasing Cars song is bloody awful. I've added bloody, but I'm putting it to myself. And Bruce Willis, because he's a big bag of dicks.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. Loving this so far. And now we go over to our wonderful Facebook page. Sorry, we had an incredible 38 comments from our Facebook page.
Wow.
Yes.
Rock and roll.
Right, so we start with the wonderful Jamie Westwood, who says, Justin Bieber, because he's a little cunt. Justin Bieber.
Good man. Good man, Jamie. Good choice.
And if you notice, I didn't fully say the word, but I tried to.
Yes. Sounds like runt.
Yes, sounds like runt, yes. And can't. Okay, so Bob Christian is a man of my own heart, and the reason why I didn't mention this person was because I knew Bob Ed. It would have to be that talented waste of oxygen, Gemma Collins.
Yes.
Youngsters seeing her as a role model for what? Being on a shit TV show. And Bob, I can also say that the reason why I'd like to send Gemma Collins to the moon is because she has my name and she's abusing my name. I hate her. I hate her so much. So, yes, Bob, I'm with you. So, Joanne Alexander says, Anyone who does a reality TV show, unless it's one of RuPaul's shows, drag queens are sexy. I want to be one, but closest I get is cosplay. Beach Anderson, so my baby Beachy boy, he's put, does it need to be a celebrity? I care so little for them all that I don't actually know anything about them. Basically, I turned around to him and I said, no, that's fine. And he said that he's going to send his neighbour.
Whoa.
Because his neighbour is a naughty word again. Alan Hutton, who has said Piers Morgan. I think we all agree on that one. The amazing Gary Azaro. He has said that James Corden should go. I don't need a reason because the evidence is apparent.
See, it's interesting. We've had a few for the Kardashians, a few for Kanye West, 2 for Piers Morgan. Is it 2 or 3 now for James Corden?
I think so, yeah. I think we need to go back and we can't now, but go back and check.
No.
So, a friend of mine, Serena Micklewright, has written any of the Kardashians. And that Kanye dude.
Poor Kanye with his mental illness, and we're still sending him off to the moon.
Well, he'll be fine. So one of Bob Christian's friends has written, oh my God, Donald Trump, if one can consider him as a celebrity, at least in his own mind, as he was before being elected POTUS.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what that is now. I didn't, but
POTUS.
I do know. Yeah, POTUS, President of the United States.
Correct.
Yep. He did, however, just quit the Actors Guild. I think it was that. So maybe he can't be considered as a celebrity at all. So I don't think he can anyway. But yes. Graham Arnold, a famous politician. Which one? One. I meant all.
Harsh, but,
True.
it's his pick, so, yeah.
Alan Galpin, Fern Cotton, because she is a talented, vacuous, fame-hungry twat. So there you go. So I said,
wow.
Let it all out,
what did
Alan.
Fern ever do to you?
Daniel Myers said, Chris Chibnall.
Oh, I love that as a reason. As a person. Yeah, I don't even watch that crap anymore because of him.
Yeah. Well, I had to Google who it was, but then he's written, because he ripped apart Doctor Who and made the first female Doctor, which should have been epic, a weak character. He didn't add anything to an awesome property. He just detracted and altered to suit his agenda.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
My mum wrote a comment.
I thought you said in your mother for a minute. I thought, by God, must have been a hell of an argument you'd had with her.
Oh, no, she's not going to the moon. No, not at all. No, my mum wrote a comment. So she's also said, Piers Morgan gets on my wick with his bullying attitude towards people that he doesn't agree with. Fair enough, Mummy Williams. You got a message for my mum at all?
She's added to the list.
I was going to say, hello, Jenny.
I mean, all I can really say is, all the best. I hope she's well. And yeah, she's added to the list of people who don't like Piers Morgan.
So, last couple now. So, Courtney Elizabeth, I'm going to go with Trumpy Poo. I feel like if I give evidence as to why, I'd be writing for days. Also, I don't want to fight with people in here. So, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Lucy Caton, pretty much anyone employed by ITV. Piers Morgan, Lorraine Kelly, Phil and Holly, Anton Deck, and the Loose Women cast. And the cast of Towie, past and present, and all of the Love Island, etc., etc.
Yes, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong. I kind of would like to keep Anton Deck out of that.
No, I'd send them up. No. They've outlived the usefulness. Send them up.
Okay, well, the last one is from my lovely youngest niece, who is Jessica Williams. I know it's too late now, but Harry Hill freaks me out because she thought it was too late. But then I said, actually,
it's never too late.
Yeah. And I said, it happens to be that we're just recording, so it's all good. Thank you very much. So she made the cut. So, like I said, that's one heck of a shuttle bus that is going up.
It certainly is.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of celebrities up there. So, next time we'll send something else to the moon, but we will work out what it is. I think that would be a good new segment. What can we send to the moon each week?
It's going to have to be one hell of a big vehicle to send all those people up. But you know what? I think it's going to be good. I'm going to add just one other final person to it.
Go on.
Jimmy Fallon, because I'm sick of his pathetic fake laugh, terrible hosting, and frankly, Conan O'Brien was a much better host than he was. So Jimmy, you go in.
Okay, cool. There you are. So that makes it a nice even 100 people now. I don't know how many that was, but it felt like about 100. So that was a very successful STI as well. So that was very, very good. It's not often that you can say it's a successful STI.
That's true.
So, James, did you fancy taking us out with the story of the week to wrap up the episode?
We'll go with this one. So a dad has nearly choked on chicken after he found the box was filled with interesting meat.
Ugh.
Many who see this picture of some fried chicken may declare I'm loving it, while others are perhaps more inclined to suggest it's finger-licking good. Either way, the crispy shaft of meat has caused something of a stir in the Green household. Dad Rich, 47, wanted a fleshy lockdown treat, so went to his local McDonald's where he picked up a £5.89 chicken select meal at the drive-thru. It wasn't until he got it home to nosh on his meat that he realised his box had been stuffed with an interesting shaped piece of chicken. In fact, Rich's interest was so aroused that he decided to take a picture to share with his friends, then peel back some of the crust to check that he was eating was bona fide. Satisfied by what he saw, he got his lips around it for a good old chomp and swallowed the whole load without choking on his chicken. Explaining his discovery, Rich said, "I was with my daughter and we fancied a McDonald's, so we went through the drive-thru. When I got home and opened the box, I was confronted with what looked like Mr. McDonald. I don't really know what to say because it really does look like a particular something. I haven't seen Ronald in a while, so I hope he's doing okay. It still tasted all right. I did peel off the crumbs before I ate it through, though, just to check it was chicken inside. The comment here says we've studied the image carefully, and all we can see is a piece of breaded chicken that looks a bit like a toadstool. What do you see? Let us know in the comments below." As usual, the thing's been cut short, and that's not a dick joke either. It's been cut short because it's the Metro, who just can't write for shit. But yeah, it looks like a dick, basically. Yeah. And there's a shot of Rich Green with a stunned look on his face. Because what scares me the most, Richard, if you're stunned by what you've seen, what happens when you go to the toilet? You're in constant fear or something.
Well, I suppose he's not trying to eat it when he's going to the toilet, is he?
No, but if he's looking at it, what happens if he looks at it? Is he just like in constant fear of his own junk?
The only thing that I would say, though, which obviously that was, good story and that, but, the fact that did the article actually say finger looking good and all that?
Yes. Yes.
So there's a crossover there. Because finger looking good is KFC, but they went to McDonald's.
So at this point, KFC should sue the Metro.
I know, right?
And crush them.
Yeah, take them for all they're worth, which is probably nothing, but
Oh man, that would be so sweet, wouldn't it? The might of KFC.
Yeah.
$1 billion industry destroying the Metro.
Yeah, which is a free rag on the tube in the underground, yeah.
Yes, please. I'd really welcome that as a battle, actually.
Oh, could we report on it while it's going on?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It'd be very biased reporting, so just be discuss how crap the Metro is, but
while eating chicken. Chicken. Well, James, thank you, again for being so patient with me the last couple of weeks.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we got to record this today, though. My throat is really killing me now, so I think it's time to wrap up this episode, if that's all right with you.
No problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, let's go for another hour.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case then, James, I think that we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I have, as always, been James.
And we are always talking Codswallop.
Yes, Bye. We are. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Got home from work and I found your note on the kitchen table. Looks like you're leaving Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. I know you're leaving cause you couldn't stand the competition. I know you're leaving and it must have been a hard decision. I wish you'd stay cause it really isn't at all shady. I'm just a really motherfucking sexy lady. And I'm gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Come back, baby, cause I really miss you more than ever. It's great alone, but it really is better together. Oh, come back, baby, cause I really miss you more than ever. It's great alone, and now I'm all dressed in leather. I'm gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why I'm gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. So go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why. Gonna go to the bedroom and I'll put on all your fancy dresses. Gonna dance around like a lonely guy. Gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put on all your fancy makeup. Gonna dance around and this is why.